Hey, how y'all doing? I haven't seen y'all on this side of the world since a group of Sundays, okay? That's how I feel. Like y'all, sometimes this one feels more, I feel a little bit more comfortable with this StreamYard than sometimes on my live stream. And I can still have zero numbers, but I'm more comfortable seeing the zero on this one than seeing zeros on my actual lives. It's crazy. But before we go into my thumbnail, I wanted just to reflect on me a little bit. And I don't want to speak on per se my life, but with this topic, it is triggering. It's about sex, it's about sick, assault. And as an adult, you encounter with unnatural things if it was with your peers and innocent, but it later it sticks to you. Like people don't want to talk about that. um Anybody that had neighborhood kids or had cousins and they was involved in going to the back room, shutting the door, everything was all was not off limits, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, without being drastic. And I remember after I had kids, I personally did not do ABC. My kids was invited to a party. I never allowed them to stay long enough to be in that back room with the door shut because I experienced unnatural things as a kid with my peers, not knowing that now as I can look back and say, damn, they was insult, they was SA. How did they know how to do this? How did as a parent? So I didn't want my kids to be conflicted on bad or unnatural behaviors at a young age because that opened up an avenue for gosh knows what. That's the reason why I think I have problems with intimacy because you're a kid and excuse my French, you're getting hunched by another kid. Same sex, doesn't matter. We look forward to playing outside, to play hide and go get. That wasn't natural. So now as a parent, I'm very cautious and I ask questions. And I know my kids probably think I'm crazy, but that's just something I experienced as an adult, as a child. And I remember how later on that was very fucked up. Excuse my language early in the that was really disgusting. Not knowing that what we was doing was supposed to be a secret, supposed to be don't tell your mom. We knew how to secretly keep that hush for some odd reason. And I remember as a kid, it was a boy and it was another girl. So if you know what I'm going. And I remember it was three of us, and the girl was like, I'm the daddy. And you're the mommy. And I was like, no, why he can't be the daddy? But he was the baby. And automatically, and then this is like, I'm just telling y'all little pieces without being so dramatic. Y'all, I remember never wanting to play house again. But not with that little girl. I didn't ever want to play house again. But If you sign me up with a real boy, I want to play house now. So, thinking about that, I'm going to my reaction. Jazz, for some odd reason, I feel like the SA allegations for you is so over the top. Anybody that's been SA that have children, we move a different way. We do. We move a different fucking way. We don't move with the man in the house after we meet him or we talk to him over the phone, and we don't move that way. And the way that you broke down or you try to break down meant that you were somewhat guilty for something. See, I could tell y'all so many stories, and I might tell y'all story time tonight about SA and allegations. Because y'all women, y'all don't know the harm it really does to fucking people. But you think it's a joke. SA with my child would never be discussed on social media out my mouth. What would be discussed is an attorney, a lawyer, and that's it. But you talking about somebody else trying to make $1 off of something sick like that, you're making $1 off of it. You're actually on live right now still talking about it. But I didn't come here for that. I came here for what you the hell you said. See, I've been yelling CPS BS for a very long time, and I feel like I'm safe to say it on my channel. CPS don't come to nobody's house without a second party. Definitely for a open interview. One, they most likely will have called you down to CPS or to an investigation or a police officer station or some type of, I like to call mirror print rooms, right? To evaluate kids. Definitely if it's something SA or something SM, minor, but and they wouldn't do it at your house. They would never do it at your house. So Jazz actually had a video of a CPS worker sitting in the living room. Jazz is in the living room typing away, and the CPS is in the kitchen talking to Kaylin of every little thing. And one thing I know about for personal experience, they never talk to the parent. Never talk about certain situations around parents because that is triggering. Kids know they want the kids to be as comfortable as possible. So why would they have you even in the room? So when you said CPS was talking to my kids without my consent or without me being there, duh. Why would they want to? They want to make sure this is authentic as possible. So why would they want you sitting right beside there and you have your child somewhat is feeling violated? Doesn't matter if it's getting beaten on or SA or lack of food, whatever. Why would they have you as the parent, the protector, the one that they can discipline them right there? Why would they want you right there? They wouldn't. See, that's the reason why I know she never really been an SA victim. Because SA victim, we know. Y'all, I always fear that. That's one of my fears. Now, and I tell my kids all the time, I'm going to protect this. This is your home. I'm the mama. I make sure that you take care of. You got A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. I'm the mama. But right now, my dating life is off limits at my home. If I want to hunt somebody, I hunt them at their address, or we can go to a Motel 6. Yes. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But my home with my kids is their domain. Jazz, you let people watch your kids too much for me to really believe that you as a victim. Do you think, now I'm just being honest, do you think I really wouldn't think twice of my baby daddy for him being a SAO? Was it SOP? I don't know if that's SO. You think I allow them to like stay around with him all the time? No, that's another reason why I know you wasn't a SA. When you knew he was dating Hannah at a young age, you still let him keep your kids. You still allow that to happen and take place. That's crazy to me. And now you want to cry and say you was? To me, you're selfish. To me, you don't want nobody to make money off of your kids. Now, what Olivia did, please expect that from her. This girl told the world that homegirl had a house of Virginia, house in Virginia, all on this YouTube streets. Yeah, she throws jabs at y'all. She gonna reach from the sewage itself to pick out the corn from your shit. Yeah, she will. But why will you entertain that? Knowing that that is very sensitive. And you have knuckleheads sitting there, they're laughing at you. They're engaging. So who is in here telling you to shut up? One of the people told you you can tell when somebody's lying because they talk way too much and they don't look in the camera. I think cooking on with Kim. I think she said that, by the way. Jazz, this is never a good topic to talk about. I don't know anybody that sits on here and talk about it unless you was a victim, like a pure victim. But your story time didn't even sound legit. Y'all want to know a sad victim? Busy Bone. I didn't know this man, he definitely moved. There's an interview that he talked about Diddy, and we're going to just leave it like that. He was on the Breakfast Club, and he said he had to leave. Y'all get what I'm saying? I'll fuck with you. And he said it just like that. And he said, no, I'm leaving. It was something about that situation that he said, "Ooh, nope, can't do it." Jazz, I want to ask you a question. Aiden's eye, the night that he spent the night, because you talked about how great he did with Aiden and how he stayed up with Aiden while you was asleep, right? Because your CPS with Caitlin happened in September the 4th. And Chris came down September, I'm gonna say the 19th, because you streamed that live September the 20th, 2020. Okay. So Chris came down and Aiden's eye suddenly was swollen. And I'm gonna tell you how sneaky you was. You covered his eye. Now, if Aiden got bit by a scorpion in his hoo hoo or his butt, you would have showed it to the whole people. But you covered that. You made sure we didn't see his eye. You covered it, but we saw it. But you covered it. So you don't believe me, y'all. Y'all don't believe me. Hold on. Let me take y'all to memory lane. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. I'm gonna share it real quick because sometimes people be thinking you're bullshitting because they sit around listening to bullshitters all day long, and that they're cool with that. Okay, so one moment. Hold on, y'all. Repair that doesn't cost $50. Pantene's Pro Vitamin Formula. Till we meet again. If only every adventure began with your makers of wishes come true, they would. Okay, y'all. So she's giving him a hug, and there you go. Oh, let me just see it again. Okay, so she's giving him a hug. Y'all see his eye right here? It's swollen. Like somebody punched him. She wanted to come on here and say, hey, she wanted to come on here and say, hey, he was allergic to a dog, but that looked like a sucker punch. All right. Now, Jazz, you had CPS before Chris. You also had it during Chris, and now you still going to most likely going to always have CPS after Chris. Why is that? Y'all, I don't understand. Y'all, there's somebody right now that probably never had the C, the P, the S knocking at their door. Not because they're perfect parents, not because they dot every I and cross every T. No, they just know how to treat their children. Yes, there's some parents that don't have to put their children through trauma of any sort. Yes, there's some parents that just don't know. Does that make them a bad parent? No. But you, for you to be already a SA victim, you move different. Y'all, I don't know if y'all was here earlier. I was telling you, I moved different because when I was a kid, there was this little game that we played house. And if you house was could been, y'all just playing baby dolls. House is actually children playing house. House can be that's when you woke up with mommy and daddy is both same sex. They knew how to do things. We never asked those questions till I got older. How in the hell did she know what to do? We was 6. We was 5. Oh shit. You move different. I move different. I'm being honest. Kids at a, I'm gonna say non-fast kids, non-fast kids. Some kids they cut up. I'll say about 10 years old, they start learning about their body, but not from the age of 4 up to 8. They should be pure. Eight and none of them was even. You didn't even allow them to be pure long enough for you moved a man in your house. Y'all get what I'm saying? You moved a man in your house before your kids could even talk. And I got a toddler, so you know that's off limits. My son asked me one time, he asked me, he was innocent. He asked me, like, okay, so you're not dating my daddy. When can we have a daddy at the house? Never. It's okay for me to say never. Jazz, you move different. And when you was trying to push out some tears, it made me feel like you was guilty for something. He might not say anybody, but I know for sure he put his paws on some of your kids. I know for sure that you turned a blind eye just to keep a man. Because I'm not going to be honest with you. That was a bad omo. What is that? Odom? A bad juju? When my baby's eye that exact same night he stayed in was busted. He's out the door. That will never happen to me because my kids won't have that. And I know people be like, one person said, girl, go ahead and get ready to be single all your life. I will have to do that because my children is off limits. It's like a sick way of how you still use your children for him to come back. Well, he loved me with all these kids and he loved me with 5 kids. No, he loved you with one. And he actually never left you with any because Stinkabug was not his main priority. Stinkabug only made him look good on the cameras. That's it. Chris never liked himself as it is. That's the reason why it was so easy for him to run to California and start a fake basketball career by shooting hoops at a college. That man probably never stepped a day in the classroom. For me, I feel like you was in that trailer in college. Special ed. They still have those. Don't come for me. You just got a certificate, not a whole degree. You just got a certificate for participation. I think they probably still do that. People just still pay for, certificates. But Jazz, you're moving totally weird to me, and nobody's not really questioning the whole essay. But y'all, I did leave her thing. Y'all can go check it out. The first video is about the CPS actually coming to the house. Hello, CPS coming to the house and talking to Caitlin while Jazz is in the room. That we all know that's a hell to the no. They don't do that. Where was the number one? I never heard Jazz actually talk about where's your sidekick. Because most likely, majority of the time, when they go out in the field, they have to have a sidekick. That sidekick has to make sure that they observe the interaction between those two. So there's always two eyes that's in there. They're observing the the surrounding. they're observing the parents. There's, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of stuff. See, Jazz also had said a CPS came to her house at like 11 or 9 o'clock at night. As she opened the door, he walked in. I was like, are you crazy? Who allow a strange man that says, "Hey, I'm from CPS," to walk through their house, talking about they have to do these what is that called, home visits? And I'm like, girl, one is dark, and why you didn't ask where the sheriff was at or law enforcement? Because number one, they don't supposed to walk through your house without at least a law enforcement late at night, y'all. And that's real talk, because anything can pop off. You could have a shotgun, or I what's the worst case scenario? He can't be who he is. He's and he's coming in as a CPS worker, but he's actually um the janitor that is, you know, the town, ours. You never know. So your best bet is to always be careful of who you're allowing in your house. You can always deny them. You can always request something. Y'all, be honest with you. Listen to these ladies' stories. I can see a lot of people, a lot of women falling and thinking, okay, it's normal for somebody to come to my house at 10 o'clock at night and doing a home visit without any law enforcement. Let that sink in. I can see a lot of people coming to let somebody come to their house and say, "Hey, I'm doing a visit, and where's your sidekick? Where's all this?" You know. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all. I did have a CPS lady come to the house one time, and I think I feel more comfortable telling this story because this is a allegation side, right? So when she came, she came at 7:30 in the morning, and she told me, "Hey, ma'am, this is not the procedure, but if you feel comfortable, I can call somebody here." Now, be honest with you, I knew this. I didn't know her, but I knew she was in the allegation part, right? So when I mean she was like in the team. So she wasn't actually interacting with me, talking to me, but she was in the team. So when she became in the team, I knew, I saw her face. So it wasn't like, oh my gosh. But if it was a guy, I would definitely have requested, where's your backup? Mm-mm. I don't trust this. But it was actually a woman, and it was like 7:30, 7:45 in the morning. And it's supposed to have been like a P test, right? Supposed to be a P test. And just to see the surrounding. That's it. Boom, bam, boom. But again, it was early in the morning. And she also asked me if I needed for her to have enforcement or somebody else to come in the house. And I said, no, easy peasy. I think that interview was like 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. But at the end of the day, y'all, I don't trust Jazz as a um stories story event because her moves are just too unbelievable to me, y'all. It is. This is extremely unbelievable. So, am I putting somebody down for maybe having that? No. I'm just saying her moves is just too unbelievable. I'm sorry. And for her to be like, to get upset and say, well, my kids had CPS, talk to them before, and I wasn't even there. You wouldn't be there. Definitely if it's something in a certain manner. Definitely not from if somebody's living with you or if it's against your, their protector, their guardian. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. If y'all know anything about SA and CPS, they fall they fumble the ball quite often. I live in North Carolina, um, and if anybody knows that tragic story of Shania Davis, it hits home. It hits home to me because the CPS people fumbled the ball a lot, many times, and hearing a person complaining about CPS not doing their job or doing their job, it does something to me. It does. It it boils my skin. Of course, they don't supposed to talk to you and Chris and the kids together and singing kumbaya. They need the kids to be as comfortable as possible. They need the kids to not feel like they need to lie. They need to make you feel good because they've been doing this. They have to study people's behavior. And they know that children are so vulnerable that they want to please their parents, even though their parents are a piece of shit. Today, there might be a woman, a grown woman that's in her 35s. Her mom did the unthinkable to get a piece of crack rock. And that woman still today still want to make sure her mom's comfortable. Y'all get what I'm saying? She sold the food stamps. She took the bike. She did whatever she had to do. And that child, in back of her mind, she cannot make her mom feel not guilty. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's like a sick thing. Even Gypsy Rose. Gypsy Rose still somewhat in all the interviews still try to make her mom like a hero. So again, hell, CPS felt Gypsy. Y'all, they felt her. So when I hear a person come on here talking about the CPS is doing their job and you upset about it, it could be worse. Jazz, start learning life. For some odd reason, you've been on YouTube for 11 years and you still doing 11-year-old mess. Baby girl, you don't even have clear skin. If I'm going to go toe to toe with somebody, I'm gonna at least make sure my skin matching her skin. No matter if she's wrong or she's right, I'm going to make sure my skin is clear. See, I have clear skin. I'm going to make sure my skin is at least clear. No acne over here to do. You don't even have, you still got your face from 11 years. Acne. All the money that's been rolling in your hands and you don't know how to maintain it? I'm sorry to say this. Your daughter's hair length is still the same length from 11 years ago. You don't think nothing's wrong with this? Your cooking skills is still at 11 years ago. You don't see nothing wrong with this. Learn life, Jazz. Olivia, I can't even touch Olivia. And I'm gonna tell y'all a reason why I can't touch Olivia. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Olivia might have cheated and Gerard might cheated, but I tell y'all, y'all got a bunch of women that is praying for a home record. Y'all are so content with the home record. I'll be like, damn, a home record is what? Majority of these people are married. Oh, y'all okay with home records? Wow, wow, that's interesting. I just know that I can't. If I get married, my husband has a side piece. I know I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid that y'all might sit here and say, "Yeah, girl, she treat him. You treat him better than that." And I'm thinking all these young women watching this and striving to be a homewrecker. So I can't talk on Olivia. I really can't. One, I don't know what's going on with Olivia mentally, physically, but there got to be a lot of underlying problems with her. And my thing is identity. That shit can kill the shit out of you. Identity. Now y'all think Jazz have identity crisis. No, Jazz know exactly what she's doing. She's okay with not building and growing for herself. She's okay with that. That's the reason why she's so ready for a fight. And I'm like, girl, you better go in that kitchen and learn how to make a marinara sauce. Your kids eat spaghetti 24/7. You need to make some homemade spaghetti sauce. You don't even know how to make homemade mashed potatoes, and you want to go tussle? At least know Olivia might know how to do a little something cook wise. Y'all be picking y'all wrong battles. I'm not fighting a woman. I'm not fighting somebody that can at least home cook something. Olivia can at least. I don't know. I haven't tasted, but I know Olivia at least tried to make some real greens one day. I'm just saying. I at least know Olivia knows how to make sure with Gerard's help, I'm assuming, and Nisha, that she can at least make sure her kids look decent. That she puts the camera up. Olivia knows at least how to, at least not just put her kids' hair in a ponytail and put edges in it. That's crazy. I bet you, and I'm being honest, and I'm gonna leave it alone. Maybe in 8 years, maybe 8 years, Olivia kids can probably have more good things to say about Olivia than you and your kids, Jazz. Think about it like that. Because your kids never forget. They never forget. So, Jazz, instead of being on here fighting with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, get on your little area and start doing this. Start finding new content. So you don't have to just buy your kids book bags and lunch boxes. You can actually buy them about 4 or 5 outfits and 2 pair of shoes and a couple of supplies. So when Philip mom decides to buy them stuff, it's just overflow. That what you did. I constantly try to keep buying them clothes, throughout the year. So, summer, beginning of the beginning of the school year is like summer shorts, but maybe you can do a fall haul that you buy long sleeve shirts and pants and a coat and maybe a scarf, because it's starting to get rainy, or rainy coat or umbrellas, something to help them with the seasons. Around Christmas time, you can buy them sweaters and long socks and all that great stuff. That is fucking good content, if you ask me. But you are so intimidated for growth. I don't know why. I can see 11 years ago and today. You probably need to go home. You probably need to get offline and go to sleep. Because I'm looking at Olivia, and she looked like she's well rested. She's okay with your shenanigans. Because maybe Stella got the kids. Stella was like, girl, go ahead and make your money to do. There's more to life than fighting. And if you know something, and y'all, this is anybody, no matter how mad we get with a female, see, Jazz, that's the reason why you never have girlfriends. That's the reason why your minds flip on you. That's the reason why people stop fucking with you. Because what you just did. When you have friends, we giggle, we tell each other secrets. And if we mad at each other, we just don't fucking talk with each other anymore. We keep those secrets. That is a girl's code. See, none of y'all ladies and the Mamiana, y'all never was friends. I'm waiting for Ming and Chrissy to fall out, actually. If Ming and Chrissy don't fall out, they're definitely going to fall out at Jazzy, just Jazzy. Because baby, they was ready for it. They got on live, they got dressed up, they got their best makeup on, and they was ready. Like, I thought y'all said it was like 5 years ago. Stop talking about it. But they was talking about it. You see what I'm saying? I'm waiting for them to fall out because I know it's brewing. It's brewing. It's brewing. I'm just saying, it's brewing. If they don't fall out, they definitely want to. I feel like they stop fucking with each other. They're not cool like that. That's just my opinion. If you see them, it's just business. But I'm sorry to say, I'm sorry to say, I don't think they're cool like that. But yeah, just learn life. Go, girl, go read a book. You don't read anything. Go read Little House on the Prairie. Okay, that will you'll start learning some stuff. Real life. Read the Little House on the Prairie. Don't watch the show. Read the series. Okay, I read them since I was in the ninth grade, and I started with the Little House in the Big Woods, and I worked my way all the way up to the last book. Little House on the Prairie was like the middle, maybe the third, the third, the third book. Like, y'all, seriously, maybe fourth book. I think it's the fourth book. But read the Laura Ingraham series, okay? Y'all, I don't know what to tell Jazz. Hell, go back to reading Goosebumps. What's it? Was it Goosebumps? Nah, don't read that one. Read the Boxcar Children. You will have better ethics and learning life from reading those. Okay? I enjoy reading that in fourth grade. Okay? Go back and read the Boxcar Children. And when you finish that series, go to the Babysitter Club. I mean, you don't know life, Jazz. Like, your best thing is to fight. And by the way, I want to say this, Jazz, before I leave. What the hell do you mean you got to get your strength up to push it? You know what? I can't with y'all shenanigans. I'm done. Who brags about that? Who brags about getting tossed across the room? Like seriously, who brags about that? Like on a good day, like yeah, when I got my strength up, I was tossing him too. Who brags about that? Somebody who don't know life. And it starts with going back. Okay, go back and read the Boxcar Children. Start with that. I think you can work your way up to the what is another good series, y'all? I don't know if y'all know, but that was a very good series, the Boxcar Children. Okay, and what was another one? The Babysitter Club, Little House on the Prairie. Yeah, just go read those books. Don't start with no Zane. Don't read no Zane. Don't read no Dickens. Go straight to the beginning. Okay. I would say, the series C Spot run, but I ain't gonna do that to you. But you definitely need to learn how to do life. See, you are sitting here dragging Olivia, and you can't even deal with the breakup. I'm sorry. We saw Olivia rocking and rolling, even though it wasn't a good rocking and roll. Well, we saw her. She was trying to figure that shit out. We watched her. We watched her. We watched her keep it moving when she met Zolo. We watched her and Brandon. And but hell, I'll at least say they might not have been putting any money in there, but shit, they made shit happen. I'm gonna give it to her for that. She at least made shit happen. Chris couldn't even be dedicated to move, help you move while you was pregnant. Cause you talked about having all that stuff left at that apartment. Just saying. I will never talk about another woman that's up me a little bit more. Okay, she might not have her kids. She might not have, her own place without Stella. But I never once heard her say she was a good provider for a grown ass man. And then all these years she been telling the people on the streets that y'all were going half. I'm going higher. You got poor Medusa over there scratching her thumbs because she trying to figure out how you getting money. So I gotta go tell the people on the YouTube streets I'm getting money too. But low key gotta show y'all her weakness. Gotta show her that the poorest of the poor. That girl, you literally got that girl out here going to Walmart reselling pills that she find around the house. Just think about it like that. I never heard Liv say she was a good provider. I'm being honest. I never heard Liv say she was a good provider. You can tell that she had some money when her and Gerard was together. And then there were some times that he was like, "Yo, we don't have the money." You can tell, but I never once heard her say, "But I was a good provider." Never heard her say that. Just saying, I would take that wig off, those eyelashes off, and go to bed, and probably go to Amazon and buy me the Boxcar Children series and sit in my room and read it. And if you can't read it, get Caitlin to read it. Hell, get Aiden to read it with you. Okay, I know he knows how to at least break down something. Okay, but you need to live life. All right, I'm done with this reaction. All right, y'all have a beautiful day. I really appreciate y'all for joining in today. Or and good girl, bye. Thank you for yelling in the chat. And I'll talk to y'all later. I am going to do my night vlog. If I'm not too tired, I'm going to do my night vlog. And I'll talk to y'all beautiful people later. Night, night.